So, welcome to this class that is called Grounded and Grateful. I am grateful that I've planned this class right now, and I actually did it on purpose because I am on my period, day 2, and I knew that I would have needed this kind of practice. As you know, I always and only share things that I've practiced on myself first. And actually, yesterday I did this same class on myself, and it really, really helped. Why? Because when we are in a, like for example, for me, being on my period, sometimes it's heavy, like I have a lot of uh, heavy emotions coming up. And when you are in that kind of a shadow, dark place, you are not really so willing to be grateful at anything, right? And this is what I really want to talk about today and work on today. So this class is not about, always be positive and in that space of like of gratefulness because I have to, but because I feel to. And sometimes to practice gratitude from a dark or a low point might feel so difficult, and then you become even less grateful, right? So this is why yoga comes at handy, because when we move the body, when we stretch, we expand, we move hips and all those places where this energy might be stuck, we release it, and then hopefully by the end of the movement segment of today, the waters have moved and you will be more able to open the heart as well to gratitude. Yeah. And I would like to add one other thing that I was reflecting upon when I was preparing this class. That is, I remember very well my mother telling me when I was a kid, when I was, I don't know, upset because I didn't want to eat something that I really didn't like. And she would always tell me, oh, you should be grateful because, kids in Africa are dying of hunger. Or I was complaining about anything in my life, and she's a nurse. So she was always telling me, oh, but you should be grateful because you have health. And I remember very vividly that this kind of sentences were not working on me at all. I was like actually annoyed by someone telling me that, because when you are in your own little life, you're living your own little shit, and you're like, well, yeah, but I am living this now, and I really don't want to be grateful. So this is one of the things that I was thinking about when I was preparing the class, because I don't think this is working. That's why I said, if like me right now, you are not on one of those days when you woke up and everything is like shiny and you have heart instead of your eyes, that's okay. That's okay. I'm not asking you to be grateful anyway. First, we're gonna breathe, move, and then let's see what happens. And as I said, I did it yesterday and it did do wonder. Just the movement part. And I could feel much better. So this is the invitation for today. And if you are on one of those days where you did actually woke up and everything is beautiful and you feel so connected to nature and to others, beautiful, celebrate it. You are already there, and this practice will just enhance that feeling. So it's a win-win both ways. Okay. Good. So before we start, if you have one block or two blocks, it might make the practice more comfortable. But if you don't have any of this, don't worry, you can still practice very nicely. And then grab a journal, if you have your own journal, or just a piece of paper and a pen for later on. Yes, you can write on your phone, but I would avoid take your phone up because, you know, notification and things, and you get distracted. I also have a bolster with me. If you do have a bolster at home, the big pillows, you can grab one again for extra comfort, but again, it's not necessary. Good. So sit in a comfortable position to start. It can be a cross-leg position. It can be sitting on your heels, really, whatever feels good for you. Again, this class is not going to be about alignment technique at all. It's going to be about feeling and do whatever feels good for you. Close your eyes. And let's take 3 breaths where we deeply inhale through the nose. And then we exhale by opening the mouth, and you can even take a sigh. So together we inhale and exhale. Inhale deeply and let it out. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Take a moment here, breathe normally. Go inwards and notice how you're feeling right now. You can even assess a number to it. How well do you feel from 0 to 10? And this is just to observe, really. It's not to judge, it's not to label. And at the end, I will ask you to do the same so you can see if there is any improvement, or maybe you're stable. Hopefully you're not worse. Very good. You can slowly move into a tabletop position while I let the music play for us in the background. Okay, so bring your hands and wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And we start with some cat and cow. Inhale to arch, look up. Exhale to round. And continue moving between this cat and this cow. Following your own breath. Find your own rhythm for today. And if you want to break the framework of cat and cow and use more the space around you, involve the hips or shoulders and neck more, you can do that. Or you continue with normal cat and cow. You can dance around, tabletop position. Very fluidly following your breath. Very good. And slowly you can bring your seat bones towards your heels. The knees can stay together or nicely open, or the most comfortable child's pose that you can find. So really rest your elbows on the mat and the forehead on the mat. If your forehead doesn't reach the mat for any reason, feel free to use a block or any support that you have under the forehead. As I said, here, find your comfortable child's pose. And just stay there with every breath. Sink deeper into the pose. I am sitting up so that you can hear better my voice, but you stay in child's pose. This class is called Grounded and Grateful. So this first part is really about grounding ourselves. If you are in that negative space, mental space, we tend to stay in that mental space. And so bringing us down to the earth, rooting us through the body and reaching the feet, reaching the ground, reaching the earth. Help us to get out of the mind and out of that space. A few more breaths here. With every inhalation, feel the upper back expanding. And just follow the nice voice of the singer. And child's pose is really the first position our body creates in the wombs of our mothers. So it is a very safe pose. Safe pose for the mind as well, where we can really relax. Good. And from here, slowly lift the head. If you're using the block, remove the block. And then stretch the arms forward a little bit more, spreading the fingers and lift the buttocks up away from the heels. Tuck the toes, and now we stretch the back of the legs by sending the hips up to the sky in our first down dog, but make it very comfy. Again, you can start bending one knee and then the other. Once again, dance your down dog. When I say dance, I mean you can move within this framework in any way you like. Maybe looking on one side and the other. Maybe you do some yes and no with the neck. And start walking the hands towards your feet. And relax the torso down towards the earth, crown of the head to the mat. And just feel the space opening between the vertebrae with the help of gravity. And trust a little more, like the song says. Trust that this practice will open everything. Your heart, your mind, your body. Good. Place the hands on the shins, on the ankles. Inhale, press into those hands and stretch the spine, looking slightly forward. Exhale, pull from the hands, the torso down again between the legs. Feel free to keep the knees bent as generously as it feels good for you. And continue. Inhale into lengthen and stretch. Coming slightly up with the chest. Exhale to fold. Find your rhythm here. And trust a little. I really like this song. Very good. Now, the left hand on the mat. If the mat is too far away, this is where the block comes at handy. So you can place the hand on the block. And then bend the left knee and start rotating to the right side, bringing the right arm up to the sky. Inhale here. Exhale, bring the right arm down. Change the hand on the block or on the mat. And then bend the right knee and twist to the opposite side. Good. Move side to side with your breath. Inhale to twist. Exhale to fold. Inhale, opposite side. Exhale, fold to the center. Repeat this a few times. Every time opening the heart center a little more. Just a little more. Very mellow movement, yeah, no tension anywhere. Just a little more. Can we just trust a little more, please? Very good. Both hands down, remove the block, and we walk the hands forward again for a downward facing dog. Very good. Now bring the feet slightly together, lift the right leg up, bend the knee, and feel the stretch here that this position creates, maybe in your right thigh, right front thigh. And then slowly step that right foot between the hands. Lower the left knee, come up with the torso. Good. Inhale, bring the arms over the head and see if you can lift the back knee. Good. Exhale, now we will lean forward, but we bring the arms back like an airplane. Inhale, up. Exhale, down, airplane. And 3 more of this. Inhale. Exhale. If this is too strong for you, lower the knee on the mat, yeah? Knee up or down. Whatever your yogi's choice is. Whew. Moving the arms really helps to open the heart. Good. Very nice. Good. From here, step the left foot forward and come up into a Tadasana with the arms up. I'm going to show you from this side. Place the right hand on the left wrist. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend to your right side. Send the hips to the opposite side. Good. Back to the center. Change the hands. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, bend. Very good. Inhale back to the center. Keep the arms up there and step your right foot back. Maybe a small step and then a few micro steps to deepen that stance. Always free to drop the knee here. Inhale, stay here in the high lunge. Exhale, airplane. Woo. Inhale up. Exhale, forward and open. Hey. Exhale. 2 more. One more. And airplane. Good. Inhale up into a high lunge and then turn towards the long side of the mat for a warrior 2. For a moment, just straighten that front leg. Give it a rest, maybe a little massage. Thank your legs for holding you in this standing position and then bend the knee again. Good. Look towards your left middle finger. Breathe here. Feel that energy lines shooting out from both hands and fingers, expanding the space between your hands. Breathe. Very good. Slowly extend the front leg once again. Bend it. Good. When you bend it, bring the elbow on that front thigh and bring the arm, the top arm forward, down towards the earth, back and up again. Good. Let's do a few more of these circles. Very good. And then we meet all with the top arms shooting up towards the sky, twisting the chest towards the sky. And if it feels good, I know it does for me, I like to bend the elbow, the top elbow, and place the hand behind the back, pressing that hand, the back of the hand actually, between my scapulas to open those collarbones, those front ribs a little bit more towards the sky. Ooh, very good. Slowly release the back, the arm from the back, stretch it up and come up. Straighten that front leg and then bring both toes facing the long side of the mat. Hands on the hips, inhale, look slightly up. Exhale, fold forward. Here, if that's uncomfortable, bend the knees, okay? Bring the crown of your head down towards the ground. You can keep the hands on the hips or interlock your fingers behind the back. You can stretch the index fingers up towards the sky and see if you can move the thumbs away from your lower back. Breathe. If you have the hands on the hips, keep bringing the elbows towards one another into the back. So even if we're folding forward, we are still opening the heart. Very good. Slowly bring the hands back onto your hips if they were up, and then press into the feet and slowly come up. Good. Extend the arms to the side. Turn the right foot towards the back of the mat, bend the right knee, warrior one. Stretch the arms, expanding the space from hand to hand and look to your right middle finger. Breathe here. Maybe with every exhalation you can go a little bit deeper. Maybe not. Maybe you want to stay a little bit higher today. A little bit more elevated with the hips will create less effort, let's say, less physical effort. But you still have all the energetic benefits from the asana. Slowly extend the knee for a moment. Let's give it a rest, bend it again, bring the elbow over the thigh, and we start rotating the arm. So we bring it forward, up, back, and down. Find your own rhythm here. And every time that the arm goes up, that's a chance to twist the chest and open your heart center a little bit more. We all meet with the arm up to the sky, or like we did on the other side, bend the elbow, gently press the back of your hand between the scapulas and twist. I don't know why this feels so good to me. But we're not all the same, so maybe this for you is torture. So if it is, please stretch your arm to the sky. Very good. Slowly straighten the top arm and come up. Good. Rotate again the toes towards the long side of the mat. Place the hands on the hips. Heel toe, the feet a little bit closer together, but still quite open to sit into a malasana. So slowly bend the knees. Here, if you have a block, you can sit on it, okay? If this is very demanding for you, or you can stay a little bit higher, or just lift the heels. I'm gonna stay here for a while. That's why I really want you to find your option to make it sustainable, So here I'm gonna ask you to open your arms, the sides, the external edges of your hands and pinkies are touching, and the fingers are slightly curved. The elbows are inside your legs, gently pressing the knees apart. And breathe here. You can even close your eyes. This is a mudra for gratitude. And just don't overthink it. Just create this nice little nest with your hands. In case you're ready for offering some gratitude, and you can start with really small things like, okay, you know what? I'm alive today. That's enough. I'm very grateful for that. And that's it. Which, by the way, it's a big deal. Very good. So, for example, I feel that my legs are starting to suffer a little bit, and I don't want to suffer today. It's not about building strength today at all. So I sit on a block for the next position. I start separating my hands, and then I slide. You can slide the left shoulder deeper into the knee. Bring the hand towards the earth, and then expand the other arm up towards the sky, creating this connection between earth and ether. And this link, this joint is happening in your heart, and your heart is rotating to one side. Breathe here. Pull it back to the center. You can, for a moment, join the hands in this gratitude mudra, and then go to the other side. One hand to the earth, one hand to the sky. Very nice. Slowly back to the center. Join the palms together. Breath here. Close your eyes. Right. Bring the arms over the head. Press deeply into your outer feet. And then lift up into a standing position. Beautiful. Lower the arms down. You can remove the block if you were using the block away from the mat. Rotate towards the front of the mat. Inhale, arms over the head, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Place both hands on the mat. Step the right foot back and then the left foot back for a plank. If that's too intense, drop the knees. Breathe. Look between your two thumbs. Very good. Slowly, everybody, lower the knees down, point the toes back, and sit on your heels for another child's pose.
Notice if there is any difference between your first child's pose today and this one. Is the body starting to open? Maybe it's just shifting.
And slowly lift the head and bring the hands to the back and sit up on your heels. From here, just move the buttocks on one side and straighten the legs to the front. We go into a Gomukhasana. I'm actually gonna show you into the front. So bend your left leg, bring the foot over the other leg, and then bend the bottom leg to bring the heel close to your hip. And then both sit bones should sit on the mat or on a block. On a block is a little bit easier. And then if you can, stack the top knee on top of the other knee. Very good. Inhale, bring the arms over the head. Exhale, bring the arms in front of you. Well, actually, let's keep the arms over the head and then bend in your case, is your right elbow, placing the hand between your scapula. The other arm opens to the side. You turn the palm back and then bend the elbow to see if you can grab the other hand behind your back. Or you can grab your t-shirt, your top, whatever you can grab. If this is already a very intense position, please stay here. If you have a nice grab between your hands and you want to try to go deeper, you can fold over the legs. For me today, it's definitely a sit-up straight posture. Breathe here. Slowly release the hands, very gently open the arms to the side, take your time, love your shoulders. Bring the arms over the head once again, inhale. Exhale, turn towards your left side into a twist here. One hand goes behind your back, the other hand goes, let's say the arm is pressing against your top leg, and look back. Slowly look forward and release the twist. Very nice. From here, lift the buttocks up, place the hands in front of you, and uncross the legs. So you find yourself into a tabletop. I'm gonna ask you to take an extra plank here. So straighten one leg, then the other leg, lift the knees, or lower the knees down. But the knees, if they are down, they are not into a tabletop position. They are a little bit more towards the back, yeah? Activate your core. You don't want to go into a place of exhaustion or too much effort, but yes, I want you to build a little bit of warmth. We summon the fire element here for a moment to really move the juices inside the body, inside the mind, inside the emotional body. We need everything. And then slowly lower the knees, sit into a child's pose again. And slowly lift the head, lift the torso up, slide the buttocks on one side, extend the legs forward. And we do the Gomukhasana, cow face pose on the other side. So you bend the right knee this time, cross the foot over, then bend the other leg, and find the position that most suits you here. Maybe your knees don't touch one another, like in my case. You can always place a block or a support or a pillow in between the knees so they are supported. Good. Inhale, arms over the head. Good. Exhale, bend in your case the left hand, the left elbow, and place the hand between the scapula. The other arm opens to the side. You turn the palm back, bend the elbows, and go grab that top hand or your t-shirt or your top. Breathe here, or you are absolutely free to experiment with the folding forward. Breathe. And this is another nice heart opening. Everything that opens the shoulders opens the heart too. I'm not talking, of course, of the biological heart, but our heart chakra.
The power of you is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The
Power of now is here now. Okay, slowly release your arms, open them to the side, bring them over the head once again, and then twist towards your right side, looking back. Slowly look forward, release the twist. Now stretch. You can lean back now to stretch both legs to the front. Very good. Now, if you have a block, you place it behind you, and I'll show you how to use it. And I'll show you also the alternative without the block. So lean into your left hip and bend your right leg, bringing the foot back. The toes are pointing back. You can grab the calf flesh with your hand and kind of rotating it out so that you then can place your right sit bone on the ground. If this is absolutely not possible, you sit it all weird, place your left sit bone on the block, or actually you can place both sit bones on the block. Okay, so a little bit of elevation will help. And we start walking the hands back. And this is maybe already enough. You're feeling a lot of sensation on your right thigh and groin. Please stay here. Or maybe you can go on your elbows. And if you're sitting on the block, don't go lower than that. Maybe you can go all the way down. Or like I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna place actually my upper back on the block. Breathe here, really opening the right side of our groin, which is another place that holds stuff and energy and negative emotions, and it might block our capacity to feel how freaking lucky we are. For example, I told you that yesterday I did this practice on me because I needed it. And here I could feel so much sensation. I wouldn't say pain, but like he was pulling. And today there's nothing. So I really let go yesterday. I knew I needed it because I knew I was in a place of lack, of like not recognizing my lack with a U. Oh, and today is so much easier. Okay, slowly come up. And really take your time to straighten that leg. It feels so good when you do it slowly. It's like this movement of coming out of the pose done slowly is already very healing. If your knee needs a massage, you can give it to it.
More love, more peace.
Very good. Let's go on the other side. Bend the other leg. Scoop out the calf flesh if you need. And choose your option. Yeah, with block, without the block. Lowering down completely, lowering down halfway. So here, if you actually have another block, you can place it under the head. It feels so good to actually rest your head on a second block. I'm gonna use my bolster actually here. And why I think that gratitude is really the game changer and the key to abundance and manifestation only when it's authentic. I really don't believe in the fake it till you make it motto. At least not for this deep, soulful topic. Maybe it works on a job, an office job, those kind of things. And that's why it's so important to move the body first if you don't feel like you want to be thankful. Move, let go, release, stretch, expand, contract, expand, contract. Until the authentic emotions start to emerge. Slowly come up and straighten that leg. After this intense compression on the knees, it feels good to actually bend and stretch a few times like this. Very good. Now, for this one, you might want to use the block, really. In my case, I'm going to use the bolster, so I will demonstrate with the block first. And I'll show you an alternative if you don't have any, no block or no bolster. So just bend your knees and plant your feet on the mat, and then lift your pelvis just enough to slide the block or the pillow or the bolster or your books, whatever you have, to support really the base of the spine. We are talking that triangle-shaped bone called the sacrum, almost all the way down. I like to really position my block almost at the tailbone. And then option to stay here or option to straighten one leg and then the other leg with your heels. Here, my deck is finished. I cannot place my heel on the ground, but you can, I'm sure. And we keep opening that groin, that lower belly, the top thighs. There shouldn't be any pinching sensation here. If you don't have any block or anything, you can still, it's gonna be a little bit more effort. Just place one hand and then the other under your lower back and support your pelvis with your own arms and forearms and hands. And you can also straighten the legs here, but it's just becoming a little bit more intense. So maybe that's what you need and that's what feels good, or you can keep the knees bent.
first.
Just let go to the pose. And let the mantra really ground you down even more. I do believe that, at least on me, male voice chanting mantra has that effect on me. It anchors me. It makes me feel safe. Creates a space for me to really surrender. That's why I chose this track. You are supporting yourself with your arms. I believe by now it's enough, and you can lower your pelvis down. You can take a few moments in Shavasana until we join you. Now everybody bend the knees. You can, if you're using the block, you can lift the pelvis, remove the block. If you're using the bolster like me, just roll on one side and remove the bolster. You can look at me for this next position. Block. Here you actually need to make a little bit of an effort to lift the legs up and pelvis up to place the block in a diagonal line. I don't know if you can see, but basically I'm placing my sacrum on one of the surfaces of the block, and then I let my legs fall over my head. And then I hug my legs. It's like a supported tiger, kind of a happy baby, or halasana, plow pose. That's uncomfortable. You can also bend the knees and just hug your legs over the chest. And the height of your hips and pelvis is really up to you. The higher you go, the more gravity force you will feel. Your feet will go a little bit lower towards the ground. And just breathe.
Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu
Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu.
Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu.
May all beings be happy.
Shanti.
Slowly you can release the position. Before Shavasana, feel free to take any extra movement, extra posture that your body needs. In my case, it's going to be a supine twist. So if you want to copy me, you can, or really do whatever feels good for you. Yogi's choice here for the last few moments. And sorry, I want to bring that Krishna Arati back for the last pose and for the Shavasana. So go into a spinal twist of your choice if that feels good.
Hare Murari, Narayana Vasudeva.
And by all means, if the body is ready for stillness, go into Shavasana straight away. The corpse pose, when we get the chance to die, all the false identities of the ego can die after the yoga practice into the corpse pose, so that when we re-emerge from our practice, we are rebirthed, lighter, more connected, more open. And I'm definitely ready for my Shavasana. Make yourself comfortable. If you are in a cold weather, cover yourself up. Just find stillness.
Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Hare Narayana Vasudeva. Hare Shri Krishna Govinda Hare Murari Hare Narayana Vasudeva. Tvameva Mata Sapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu Chasakha Tuamiwa video Ravinando amigo Tuamiwa Sarumama Tivat Kaina Vacha Manastandi Yaru Buddhyatma Nama Prabhashwa Bhavan Karuniyadin Sakalam Dalmi Narayati Sarmapayami Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu
And take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Move your toes, move your fingers. Turn the head gently side to side. Stretch your arms over the head, interlock the fingers, bring your feet together and stretch your whole body. And then bring the arms back down along the body, bend your knees and roll over your favorite side. And stay here in the fetal position for a little longer. With your eyes closed. And this is another another good chance to look inward and assess how you're feeling from 1 to 10, how you're feeling right now. Compare it to the beginning of the class. Because really, we know comparing is not healthy, and we can only compare ourselves with ourselves. This is a useful tool to really recognize and acknowledge our step forward, even step backward sometimes. That's just what it is. We cannot compare ourselves to others because we don't know where they come from. And slowly bring yourself up to a seated position of your choice. And this is the moment to reach for your pen and paper. Please don't skip this part of the class. So, and I'm actually opening my new journal with you today. I finished my old one last night. So it's very easy. We're gonna set aside some time to do an appreciation list. Okay, gratitude list. How do we do this? Just write, I appreciate blank, or I am thankful for blank. And just fill your page with that. If you can do 5 pages, that's amazing. 10 pages, amazing. 1 page, great, amazing. Of course, depends on how much time do you have. Now I will set aside around 5 minutes. But if you have more time and you feel that your pen keeps writing, please go on. Go on until really you don't know what to write anymore. The longer, the better in the creation of this vortex. Real authentic gratitude makes you appreciate what you have and makes you distract from what you don't have. And this is how law of attraction works. It's just a very simple law in terms of how it works, not simple to apply, but simple like gravity law. The more you appreciate, the more things the law of attraction will bring you to appreciate. So that's why I said don't skip this. Now you're nice, supple and open and stretched and expanded. So it's a perfect moment to do this. A little disclaimer, if you don't feel, if you're still in a negative space, it's absolutely fine. It can happen. If when you assess from 1 to 10, you went up at least one number, I would say do it. You're already somewhere else on the emotional scale, right? But if you are lower for some reason, first of all, accept it. Accept it, embrace it. It is what it is. And I would avoid doing the gratitude list because, as I said at the beginning, we might feel really forced and it actually creates more negativity than anything else. But you can definitely journal. So put all those, so use these 5 minutes to just journal the shit out of you. Okay? And that's okay if it's all negative. And then while you journal, I'm quite sure 99% of the time, because it happens to me, you will remove all that remaining shit and naturally you will start to do the appreciation list. So I will do it with you. I'll put some music in the background and let's go. Let's appreciate. Sorry. Here you go.
Make peace with all the women you once were. Lay flowers at their feet. Offer them incense and honey and forgiveness. Honor them and give them your silence. Listen, bless them, and let them be. For they are the bones
And
of
because
the
I'm doing it
temple
myself,
you
I'm
sit
actually
in
going to
now.
add a few things that I always find
For
very
they
useful
are
when I
the
do this.
rivers of wisdom, leading you toward
When you
the sea.
don't know what to write anymore, look around and just appreciate really the things that you have
been
around. Like,
1,000 different
oh, I
women.
really am thankful for this beautiful green color that I see, or my cranberry juice, or the taste of it, or of how well the pen is writing on the paper. You know, really things that we take for granted. Go find, like, or for the scent of the candle that I chose. in the shop the other day, and it's now emanating in my room. Yeah, and the other thing is to always repeat, I am thankful for blank. I am always write over and over again. Don't write it just once and then make a list. Repeat the full sentence.
Do you remember my child? This path is worn down, where you can make your own. My tears, they fall for you, that the rivers will carry you home. And as your footsteps travel on this ground, let your fears fall away. Let each step be your own. You've got the stars to guide you, the moon at your brow. You're the child of the ocean. The tide is rising now. Keep the fire burning all night long. Keep your words wet with truth. Let the rhythm of the ancients keep the beat for you. These steps are your own, we're right here for you. Let your vision be strong, trust what you see. Let your journey go deep as the ocean, deep as the ocean, deep as the ocean, deep as the ocean. As these waters rise, I see the colors of 1,000 lifetimes, buried stories, pearls of wisdom and mystery, a distant echo, a forgotten song. Oh, your words, they linger. Do you remember my child? This path is worn down, but you can make your own. My tears, they fall for you, that the rivers will carry you home. And as your footsteps travel on this ground, let your fears fall away. Let each step be your own. You've got the stars to guide you, the moon at your brow. You're the child of the ocean. The tide is rising now. Keep the fire burning all night long. Keep your words wet with truth. Let the rhythm of the ancients keep the beat for you. These steps are your own, we're right here for you. Let your vision be strong, trust what you see. Let your journey go deep as the ocean, deep as the ocean, deep as the ocean, deep as the ocean.
Ooh, not this one.
luz del sol y los rayos de la luna. Cúrate, mijita, el dolor con el sonido del río, la cascada y la espuma. Con el vaivén del mar que va y viene, deja que te agarre. Con el vaivén del mar que va y viene, deja que te ame. Cúrate, mi niña, con las hojas de la menta y la hierba buena. Ponle amor al té en lugar de azúcar. Toma y mira las estrellas. Cúrate, mijita, el dolor con nuestra luz del sol y los rayos de la luna. Cúrate, mijita, con los besos que te sopla el viento, los abrazos de lluvia.
Another thing that is very like
Con el vaivén del mar
advanced kind of gratitude list ninja level is to be grateful for things that didn't happen yet. So I'm so grateful for my new house. I'm so grateful for the amazing man that I have by my side, even if you're single. You see what I mean? It's like, that is like super ninja level gratitude. It's about being certain and expecting this to happen, so you can summon already that happiness that you think that thing will bring you in the now. So if you want, you can try also that here in your list. But if it does feel fake or inauthentic, don't do that. Keep focusing on what you have in the now already. It's definitely enough to trigger that loop feedback of appreciation and abundance and ultimately happiness.
Cúrate, mi niña, con amor del más bonito. Y recuerda siempre que tú eres la medicina. Cúrate, mi niña, con amor del más bonito. Y recuerda siempre que tú eres la medicina. Que se vuelvan polvo, que se vuelvan polvo todos los dolores. Que los queme el fuego, que los queme el fuego y vengan nuevas flores. Que se vuelvan polvo, que se vuelvan polvo todos los dolores. Que los queme el fuego, que los queme el fuego y vengan nuevas flores.
Okay, I think we did like 10 minutes instead of 5, but when I start, I get into that loop. And as I said, if you have more time, keep going. If you've never done this before, it might, at the beginning, you might like struggle a little bit to find things. And you're like, oh, okay, after 10 things, I don't know what to say. But as I said, go into those little things. I was like, oh, I really like the wood of this floor or this random thing. And that will create more vortex to keep going. And then just do it every time you can during the day. As I said, you don't, if you already feel good, it will enhance that feel goodness even more. So you don't really need the asana part before necessarily to practice this appreciation list. And you will see that your gratitude list will repeat over and over, like the main things that are just the same. And it's okay. Like repetition works on our psyche, right? So you don't have to get creative either. And for now, I'm gonna close this. I've done almost 2 pages already, but I could have done 3, and I've been talking to you in the meantime. So if something comes up in your list that you were like surprised, say, oh, I didn't think about this, but actually I'm really grateful for this, and you would like to share with me, I would love to hear things that popped into your mind and you didn't expect. Put them in the comments and share them with me, and even privately if you like, and on WhatsApp. I would love to know. On my side, of course, I'm so grateful for you to be here and taking this class and create this vortex, collective vortex of gratefulness. We owe it to really people that are in difficulties, and we do owe it to the hungry kid in Africa. You see what I mean? Like, I opened by saying I don't care about that, but I do care. I just have to get to that place, get out of my own way with all the practice that we've done, or any practice that you want, that you feel it works for you through the body, to reach that higher place again. And I'm totally certain that once we do it for us, that will spread into the collective too. So yes, and we just owe it to the people that cannot do it right now. Let's take 3 arms together to offer. Again, in gratitude, I would like to create that mudra once again of giving and receiving. So you can place your hands together at the edges, at your pinkies. Close your eyes. Together we inhale. 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 Join the palms together, bow the head forward. And at last, show gratitude to yourself for taking the time to practice today. Now you can open your eyes and humbly you can raise your head. Great. Thank you so much. I hope it worked. I hope it helped. I hope you feel good, because if you feel good, you do good.